Have you noticed your arms feeling weaker when you lift a bag of groceries? Or your legs getting tired faster when you climb the stairs? You are not alone. After age 50, the body naturally loses about 1–2% of muscle every single year. By the time you're 80, that could mean losing up to 30% of your strength. And when strength disappears, so does independence. Now, here's the shocking truth. Most people are told the only way to fight this is by buying expensive protein powders, fancy steaks, or $200 a month supplements. But what if I told you the strongest seniors I've studied over the last 3 years didn't rely on any of that? In fact, many of them spent less money on food than their peers, yet they were stronger, more energetic, and far more independent. How? They simply chose the right proteins, simple, affordable, everyday foods sitting quietly in the budget aisle of the grocery store. And today, I'm going to share with you 7 of the cheapest, most powerful protein-rich foods you can eat after 60 to rebuild muscle, restore energy, and feel strong again, all for less than $3 per serving. Stay with me until the end, because the number 1 food on this list costs less than 50 cents a serving, yet delivers more usable protein than supplements that cost 20 times as much. 7. Sardines. Let's start with a food most people wrinkle their nose at. Canned sardines. 1 can of sardines costs about $1.25 and packs 23 grams of complete protein. But here's the kicker. Sardines aren't just high in protein, they are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and slow down muscle loss in older adults. Why is that important? Because as we age, our muscles become more vulnerable to damage and inflammation. In fact, one study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who ate fatty fish like sardines twice a week for 3 years lost far less muscle than those who didn't. Even better, they maintained grip strength and walking speed. Think about that. For just over $1, you get muscle-preserving protein, anti-inflammatory omega-3 second, and even calcium from their soft, edible bones. And they're convenient. Sardines don't spoil, don't require cooking, and can be eaten straight out of the can. Mash them into avocado toast, mix them into scrambled eggs, or stir them into a salad. Even 1 can a week makes a difference. 6. Cottage cheese. Next, let's talk about a food that feels old-fashioned but is actually a secret weapon. Cottage cheese. For $2.50, you get a 16-ounce container with over 100 grams of protein. That's less than 3 cents per gram. What makes cottage cheese so powerful is its high content of casein protein. Unlike fast-digesting proteins that burn out quickly, casein is slow-digesting, meaning it feeds your muscles for hours. And that's critical for seniors, because our muscles develop something called anabolic resistance, basically. We don't use protein as efficiently as we age. Casein helps overcome that by keeping amino acids flowing steadily. A study at Maastricht University found that older adults who consumed casein before bed saw significant muscle growth and strength gains. Imagine, while you sleep, your muscles are still being repaired and fed. Even better, cottage cheese is rich in calcium, which strengthens bones. And full-fat versions help your body absorb vitamins like D and K, vital for muscle function. You can blend it into smoothies, eat it with berries, or swap it for ricotta in recipes. It's inexpensive, versatile, and scientifically proven to support muscle growth. 5. Lentils. Now let's move to one of the most underrated plant-based powerhouses, lentils. A single cooked cup has 18 grams of protein, plus fiber, iron, and B vitamins, all for less than 20 cents per serving. Many older adults experience low iron levels, which causes fatigue and weakness, often mistaken for normal aging. Lentils help correct that. They're also rich in leucine, the amino acid that acts as a trigger for muscle growth. Research in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who regularly ate legumes like lentils preserved more muscle mass and physical function than those relying mostly on meat. And they're easy to use. Red lentils cook in 20 minutes and make creamy soups, while green and brown lentils hold their shape for salads and grain bowls. Pair them with rice, nuts, or even a little cheese, and you've got a complete protein meal. 4. Canned tuna. Next up, the classic budget-friendly protein, canned tuna. For just $1 a can, you get about 22 grams of high-quality protein, the same as expensive fresh fish, but for pennies. Tuna is especially valuable for seniors because its protein is highly bioavailable. In plain words, your body actually absorbs and uses it very efficiently, even as digestion slows with age. One study from the University of Arkansas found older adults absorbed over 90% of fish protein, far higher than many plant proteins or even powders. Choose tuna packed in water for fewer calories and stick mostly to light tuna, which is lower in mercury. Eat it on crackers, mix into salads, or make tuna patties. For about 5 cents per gram of protein. It's one of the best deals you'll ever find. 3. Eggs. Now, let's talk about one of the most perfect foods nature ever made. Eggs. For about 20 cents each, you get 6 grams of complete protein, plus essential nutrients like vitamin D, choline, and healthy fats. Here's something many people don't realize. Half of the protein in eggs is in the yolk, along with vitamin D and leucine, the exact nutrients your muscles crave. A University of Illinois study showed that eating whole eggs after exercise led to 40% more muscle growth compared to just egg whites. That's because the nutrients in the yolk boost the absorption and effectiveness of the protein in the whites. Eggs are versatile, affordable, and easy to prepare. Scrambled, boiled, poached, or in an omelette with veggies, they fit into any meal. And with recent research showing eggs are safe for heart health in most people, there's no reason to skip the yolks. 2. Greek yogurt. At number 2, we have Greek yogurt, a powerhouse that combines the best of both worlds. For about 80 cents per serving, you get 20 grams of protein, including both fast digesting whey and slow digesting casein. That means your muscles get an immediate boost and long-lasting support, perfect for older adults who need steady nourishment. Even more, Greek yogurt is rich in probiotics, which improve gut health. And when your gut is healthy, you absorb protein and nutrients more effectively, something that becomes more important as we age. A Tufts University study found seniors who ate Greek yogurt daily had more muscle mass, stronger legs, and faster walking speeds compared to those who didn't. Choose full-fat plain Greek yogurt for maximum benefits without added sugar. Eat it with berries, mix into smoothies, or use it as a healthy substitute for sour cream. 1. Dried beans. And finally, the champion of affordable muscle-building foods, dried beans. 1 pound costs about $1.20 and makes 12 servings. That's roughly 10 cents per serving for 15 grams of protein. But beans are more than protein. They provide complex carbs for steady energy, fiber for gut health, potassium and magnesium for muscle function, and powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that protect against muscle breakdown. A 5-year study in the Journal of Nutrition showed seniors who ate beans regularly had more muscle mass, fewer falls, and greater independence than those who rarely ate them. Yes, they take a little time to cook, but you can make a big batch, freeze portions, and use them all week. From soups to salads, burritos to stews, beans fit into every cuisine. At less than 1 cent per gram of protein, nothing else comes close in value. So here's the truth. Building muscle after 60 doesn't require powders, expensive steaks, or miracle supplements. Some of the most effective muscle-preserving foods are also the cheapest waiting quietly in your grocery store's budget aisle. If you want to stay strong, start small. Add just 2 of these foods to your meals this week, maybe a bean soup for dinner or Greek yogurt with berries for breakfast. Over time, these simple choices add up. More strength, more energy, more independence, and a life that feels fully yours no matter your age. Friend, you don't have to spend a fortune to build muscle. All you need is consistency and the right fuel. If this video inspired you, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Share this with someone you love, because you might just help them stay strong and independent too. And don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell so you never miss the tips and tools that help you thrive after 60. Stay strong, stay independent, and I'll see you in the next video.